We'll watch both of them actually to see the whole context.
Dongduk Women's University, one of South Korea's 7 remaining women's
So it says Dongduk Women's University announced possible shift to co-education.
colleges is weighing a possible shift to co-ed. The possible move, however, has ignited strong opposition from the school's students.
So the women did damage, as it seems. Personally, if you have women-only schools, do you have male-only schools in Korea? Because if you have male-only and women-only, then that's okay. But if you only got women-only, then that feels a little bit discriminatory. Because you can have worse grades than your peers and still get into a pretty decent university because you've got half of the competition.
To show their objections to plans drawn by the faculty, hundreds covered the campus grounds with school jumpers on November 12. In a public statement, Dongduk University Student Council said the existence of women's universities in Korea is very symbolic
okay, never mind. I can see their point. It's probably because of the comfort women and that type of thing. It's just like a symbolic thing.
Important, given the history of patriarchy, and added, abolishing women's college, which is a network between women, is a huge setback for women's human rights. Around campus, students have spray-painted slogans that read, "No co-ed." The statue of the male founder of the university, Jo Dong-sik, was smeared in ketchup raw.
But why is the founder who made a safe space for the women, like in their minds, why do you smear that and attack that? Like, that's kind of, honestly, so far I don't actually understand why there's such a big uproar. If this had been a male-only school, and they would have said, "Hey, we want to allow women," and men did 20 million in damages, that would have been a major, like, arrests and everything. But if it's women that do it, then it's okay suddenly.
Eggs and paint. Related to the protests, Chairman Kim Myung-ae said in a statement that recent actions taken by students are upsetting and warned the school will hold students vandalizing school property accountable. Even the police were called to bar students from breaking into the chairman's office. This is not the first time women's universities in Korea have considered a possible plan to go co-ed.
But this is... I don't know how Korea is when it comes to equality and or equity, but if they want equality, then it's okay to make a school co-ed, because that would make it more equal, no? I'm really confused why it's such a massive problem, unless it's because of the comfort women idea, but I don't think any Koreans were partaking in that, so why are they defending themselves against the Korean men?
Back in 2018, Sungshin Women's University floated the idea of accepting male students, but backtracked amid strong student protests. A similar rationale is being pushed forward in Dongduk as the drop in overall population is causing school distress to meet admission numbers, prompting discussions to turn co-ed. However, given how students have been reacting at the slightest sign of changing to a co-ed university, it may be hard for the university to enroll male students anytime soon.
We'd rather close down than allow male students on their campus. This is just straight up discrimination. Like, this isn't okay. This isn't nice. This is how I feel as a man watching this is, oh, so you hate me that much? You really dislike me that much? You really don't want me around that much? So much that you'd rather have the school close? Wow. I do not feel affection as a man, to say it like that. And if you don't give me affection as a man, why should I give you affection as a woman? Why should I treat and care and protect and nurture? They want to be open to male students because of low birth rates, low student numbers, which makes a lot of sense. Not only that, but let's be honest. If this was a male-only school, every girl would be like, yeah, screw those guys. But since this is a female-only school, they're like, oh, we'd rather close down than allow males on the campus. Wow.
It may be hard for the university to enroll male students anytime soon.
This is insane. I'm going to watch the other video as well, because this is something that needs to be talked about. This is sexism. This is straight up sexism.
It's been a little over a week since the strike at Dongduk Women's University, triggered by the school's plan to possibly accept male students in the future. Since then, the university has seen some of the strongest student protests Korea's ever seen in recent memory.
You know what you do? Anybody that was vandalizing needs to be treated with the equal banhammer that every male that would have done that would have gotten. So, for example, if it's 5 years for vandalism, they should go to jail. Just because you're a student doesn't mean you're allowed to vandalize the building of which you are occupying and being a student of. And I think that everybody that was vandalizing should either have the option of going public and apologizing, or losing their scholarships, or losing their place. And those people should be allowed to change into a Coed. Those men should be allowed to take those spaces of the women that vandalized. Because this is ridiculous. Like, this is how you make men feel. You make us feel unloved. You make us feel miserable. You make us feel like we are not worth anything. And then you expect us to come and nurture and protect and be your protective guardians. And if something happens, see, there was no man that did anything. This is why men are trash. No, we are trash because you made us trash, because you're telling us we're trash. It is sad. The school is suing the student for damages. Yeah, they should. Absolutely.
In a short period of time, student protesters are being accused of causing approximately $3.6 million worth of damage to student campuses and facilities.
Okay, that's a lot of
money. We
money.
are here to see the aftermath of the clash to get a better grasp of the situation.
It's a jarring sight. There are no students around campus except for the posters and jumpers left by the protesters.
Not 20, but still.
On the asphalt grounds are words spray painted.
So it says 3.6, but there was some other things on the internet that said 20 million. I'm not sure who's right, but I'm assuming these guys are more correct. So let's go by about 4 million damages.
Painted in bright red that reads, "We're against Coed and out with men."
Out with men?
실기과 일부를 제외하고는 현재
Apart from a few practical courses, people are boycotting classes. Great! Drop them like it's hot. It's their own decision. You can't make people go to school. This is a privilege, a great privilege at that. But you're angry because there's declining birth rates and you need more people in schools? Are you insane?
제 학교가 수업 거부 운동을 지속하고 있는 상황이라서 오늘
There's to be a meeting held today between the student council and the school deans. I presume the future of the strikes will be determined. Yeah, I think just throw the girls out that did vandalism and let more people in the school. Anybody who peacefully demonstrated, completely okay. Not a single problem. I understand. I understand your frustrations. I understand that it can be difficult. But there's reasons to this. And this is straight up sexism. People don't talk about it enough on the male side. Like, if I was a Korean man right now, I'd be sad. If I was a Korean mom of a male child, I'd be sad. This is my people talking like this to my boy. And you are going to be a mom of a male child one day, perhaps. If you want to have children, it's a 50-50 chance. You know what that means? You're going to remember this. And you're going to be like, oh, we hated on men so much because men are trash. And then you're going to either create an absolute pussy of a man, or you're going to be changing your mind and going, wow, this is how they must have felt. When he comes home crying because he got bullied by girls because he wasn't allowed to do A, B, C, or D.
학생회와 처장단 2차 면담이 있는 걸로 알고 있는데 2차 면담
Depending on
결과에
the outcome of
따라서는
today's
분위기가
meeting.
The meeting held on Thursday morning, which lasted for 3 hours, was attended by
So
university
please wait for
officials, including
student council and dean's meeting.
the school's head of academic affairs, Lee Min-ju. At the gathering, the school agreed to temporarily suspend discussions on the transition to co-educational. In turn, the student council agreed to take down the blockade in front of various lecture rooms and stop the boycott of classes.
Wow, so not only that, you're stopping people that want to study to go to classes just because you have an agenda. Holy shit. This is such an unlikable situation.
While the agreement is expected to end the standoff, which began on November 11, further talks are needed as touch and damage to school
11 days
property
so far.
and other follow-up measures must be discussed. The discussion on compensation for damages caused by the protests is scheduled for November 25th. On the same day, the university also plans to release an official statement addressing the suspension of their plans to turn co-ed. Meanwhile, another important question that needs to be asked not only for Dongduk but other women-only universities in Korea is how they will be able to plot a course for the future face of a diminishing number of students in the country.
Well, the first thing is, let's stop having all the women hate men so that we can actually get a greater population amount again. Because this is one of the major reasons why children aren't being birthed anymore. A, education, because people are spending longer in their early youth when they are very fertile, right? That's a big reason. B, this. Do you really think I would go into school like this and feel loved by any of these women? Do you really think I would go up to any of these women and ask them out for a date? No, screw that. I'd be like, oh, no, hell no. I'm doing my own thing. I have my head in my book. I don't give a single shit. I don't want to talk to a woman there. I want to be near them. I don't want any false accusations. I don't want to be told I was sexually suggestive. No, hell no. I don't want to, no. And I'm sure there's loads of more reasons, but those are the two ones I wanted to touch upon because of this video.